Hey everybody, this is Ben from Appliance Factory Mattress Kingdom, and today we're talking about the differences in the current line of Samsung dishwashers. The first thing we're going to talk about is a quick overview of model numbers just so you understand the differences and how to read them. Every current Samsung dishwasher starts with DW80R. So to keep this quick and avoid boring you with the details, that just means it's a Samsung dishwasher. What you're going to look at next is the 4 digits following that. So each one of these after the DW80R is going to have 4 numbers. Basically, that just denotes the model number. What you're going to look at that actually varies on these is the last digit of that. If it's a 1, it means that it has a towel bar like this. If it's a 0, it's going to have a pocket handle. So it's the biggest thing you need to look for if you're looking at the model numbers is the last digit of the 4-digit model number following the DW80R, and that's just going to tell you whether it has a handle or not. The last thing you're going to see is a U followed by another letter, and that's just going to denote the color. So W means white, B means black, S means stainless, and the weird one is G because that means black stainless. Now that you have kind of an overview of the model numbers, let's take a look at the individual models. We're starting here with their entry-level model. This is the DW80R 2031US. So because that ends in a 1, it has the handle, but this does come in a model that has a pocket handle as well. This one runs at 55 decibels, which is quieter than a lot of entry-level dishwashers on the market. And you notice that that's because it does have a stainless steel tub, where it's plastic on the inside, but stainless steel on the inside of the door. And that's gonna help keep your noise level down. This does have some adjustable tines on the top rack here for stemware. And the big thing is you'll wanna look at the cycles. This has 4 different wash cycles. It has auto, which is going to basically just have a sensor that measures the turbidity of the water and keeps running the dishwasher until the water runs clean. You've got your normal cycle that just really runs a standard cycle, and if the dishes are clean or not, it stops after a set amount of time. You have your heavy, which is another set cycle that runs longer, and that way if you have heavily soiled dishes, you can run that one. And then what's really nice with this one is it does give you an Express 60 option, which is gonna wash and dry a load in under 60 minutes. This does also have high temp steam wash, a sanitized feature, which is really good for killing 99.99% of germs. It has a heated dry function, which is really nice in an entry-level dishwasher to help with condensation in your plastics and Tupperwares, and does also have delay starts. This is really a nice entry-level dishwasher, and also a really nice feature of this one is that it comes with a digital leak stop. So underneath the tub, there's a float that if I think it's about 3 ounces of water actually leaks, it raises the float and then it stops the dishwasher automatically. So it does help with preventing leaks. But that's the entry-level model from Samsung's current line. Let's move on to the next one. This is the second option in Samsung's dishwasher line. This is the DW80R5061 US. And you'll notice because that model number ends in a 1, it has the towel bar instead of the pocket handle. If it ended in a 0, it would be the pocket handle. Taking a look at this one, first thing that's a big difference from the previous model is this runs at 48 decibels, so it's significantly quieter. It does have a couple of different cycles compared to the previous. So it does still have your auto wash, your normal, your heavy, and your Express 60, but you get 2 additional cycles, which is going to be your delicate cycle, which is really good for fine china, crystal, so you don't damage them. You do also have a rinse-only cycle if that's something that you would like to use. You do also have with this one the option to run just the lower rack, so you can do a half load to save water if you don't have a full load of dishes. You do also get what's called storm wash. So once we get inside, let's take a look at that. First thing you'll notice looking at the inside of this dishwasher is that this is a full stainless interior, whereas the previous model was hybrid. So full stainless is really nice, keeps your noise level down, and also doesn't hold smells or crack like plastic might. Inside, that storm wash cycle is denoted by these red plastic markers here. And basically what that is if you see that red disc in the back left of the dishwasher, that's an additional jet that's gonna hit that zone. And if you have a pot or a pan that is extra caked or dirty and you want it to get some extra washing, you put it in that zone, turn the storm wash cycle on, and it's gonna actually give an extra wash cycle to just that zone. This does also have a hard food disposer in the bottom of the dishwasher, which compared to other models makes it a little bit louder, but makes it so you don't actually have to empty a filter basket ever, which is really nice. It does have this convenient third rack here, so that way you can put silverware and oversized utensils like spatulas and mixing spoons up there. That way, if you do want to go ahead and remove these silverware baskets and have more room to load the bottom rack, you have that option. You're also going to have, with the upper rack here, these handles on the sides, which are going to allow you to raise or lower the basket. And that way, if you have a tall or awkward item that you want to put on the lower rack, you can raise this up to give yourself more space and avoid disrupting the wash arm from spinning. The last cool feature to note on this one is it does have the auto open feature. So at the end of the cycle, to help things dry faster, this is actually going to pop open automatically about an inch and let the steam vent. Let's take a look at the next option in the line. This is the third option in Samsung's dishwasher line. This is the DW80R7061US. Again, model number ending in 1 denotes that it has the towel bar. If it ended in a 0, it would have a pocket handle. Let's take a look at the cycles first. This one does have a little bit of variation in the cycles from the previous model. It does give you still the normal 4 that you saw previously, auto, normal, heavy, and the Express 60. This one does also have your delicate cycle, but what you get with this one that's really cool is it has a pre-blast, so it actually hits the dishes with a blast of hot water, kind of similar to letting things soak. You do also have the option to download their app. This one's actually smart capable, and you can download cycles. So basically, this button that's a download cycle, you can set to be any one of the different cycles from their app. There's too many for me to list right now, but it's cool. You can kind of customize your dishwasher based on the cycles that you might need. It does still have the option to do just the lower rack for a half load. Gives you that high temp wash, sanitize, and the storm wash feature. And this one does also have that smart dry auto open. Big differences that you're gonna notice in this one compared to the last is that it's a lot quieter. This one runs at 42 decibels, which if you know about decibels, they're logarithmic, which it's a lot of math, but basically things get way quieter even with just a couple of decibels difference. Does still have your third rack option here so that you can place your utensils up top. Where you're gonna see another difference with this one though is this has ball bearing glide racks. So things actually slide really nicely and easily in this model. And the last thing you'll notice that this one has is fingerprint resistant stainless. So obviously there's no stainless steel that's ever going to be completely impervious to fingerprints, but this one makes a good try at it. Let's look at the top end model. This is the top end model in Samsung's dishwasher line, the best of the best. So this one is the DW80R9950UG. As we've noted before, the 0 means that this one actually has a pocket handle, whereas if it ended in a 1, it would have a towel bar. What's cool with this one is this does actually come in models from their bespoke line. So in addition to your normal color palette that all of these dishwashers have, this one does also come in a Tuscan stainless, which is a little bit more of a bronze color. And you do also have the option to get this one in a navy blue, which would match if you do a bespoke kitchen, the different color patterns that they have there that are available. Let's take a look at the cycles. This one, again, has your normal auto, normal, heavy, delicate, Express 60, rinse only that you've seen in all of the others. This does, though, have a self-clean option, so you can clean the inside of the dishwasher. This does also have a zone booster, so that's really cool. Basically, like we saw with the previous models that had that storm wash, this takes it to the next level where you can actually boost either the front or left or right of your dishwasher. And that works because this one has a linear wash system, which we'll take a look at once we get inside of it. It does also have a speed booster, which is very similar to that Express 60, but you can add it to basically any cycle and just try to make it run a little bit faster. Basically increases the wash temperature, pressure, things of that nature to try and help those cycles run quicker. Inside here, you'll notice this one does still have that full stainless interior. Does have this third rack for the cutlery as well. You'll notice this one has an adjustable inner part though, so that you can actually raise and lower the inner section here to give you more customization. Third rack is again customizable for height. This one does also give you the option to shift your tines to accommodate different types of cups and bowls. Inside here, let's talk about the zone booster, since that's a very cool feature of this one. You'll notice that this one has a wash bar instead of a wash arm. And basically this thing travels back and forth throughout the wash cycle to make sure that you actually hit every corner of the interior. You'll notice with some of these other ones, most dishwashers have a rotary arm like this. And so it spins in a circle, which means that sometimes the corners of the dishwasher aren't going to get as clean as the rest of the areas that are directly under the jet. With a system like this, you actually are going to get full coverage, and that's where the zone booster comes in, where you can actually set this thing to spend more time in the front of the dishwasher and place your more caked and dirty items up front, or you can have it focus more on the left or right side of the dishwasher to give those areas extra cleaning. This one doesn't have the disposal either, just like the previous one, which means this runs extremely quiet at 39 decibels, which that's about as quiet as dishwashers come. So this one is falling kind of into the range of what we call whisper quiet, where a lot of times with something in the 30 decibel range, you barely notice that the thing is running. It's really hard to hear it. You do also get remote diagnostics with this one. So because it's a smart dishwasher as well, you can actually have the app run a diagnostic cycle if something does go wrong on it. And that way when Samsung sends out their repair technicians, they already know what's going on with your dishwasher and hopefully can bring the parts the first time around to save you an extra trip to have someone out to fix it if there is something that goes wrong with it. Anyways, that's an overview of the current dishwashers in Samsung's dishwasher line. Make sure, drop a like on the video if this was helpful for you. If there's anything we missed or anything that you have further questions about, please leave a comment down below and make sure subscribe. It helps us to grow the channel, and turn on your notification icon so that you don't miss any of our content. Until next time though, keep it clean.